They don't want you to know this. While you're paying sky-high power bills, Biden's policies are driving prices through the roof. And Senator John Kennedy just exposed the truth. They're desperate to hide. Stay tuned, because what he uncovered will make your blood boil.
The data, sir.
Okay. And the National Energy Assistant Directors Association. I don't know if you're familiar with them. I've checked them out. They're a reputable group. They say that the average United States electricity bill will go up 10% this year and 10% next year. Is that correct?
Again, I'm not familiar with the data, but I can point out, sir, that in Europe,
I'm not interested in Europe.
In
I'm
Europe,
interested
prices are 2.5% to 3% higher.
I'm interested in our people right now who are having to,
Our people have,
who are having to sell blood in order to pay their electricity bill.
goodness,
A substantial portion of this inflation in electricity, up 30% since President Biden took office, is directly related to his energy policies. Is it not?
energy prices fluctuate based on supply and demand of all sources of energy, yes.
I think it has nothing. Is that a yes or no?
It's a very complicated economic
I
question.
understand. Give me an answer. Did President Biden's policies contribute to the inflation, or didn't they?
Both Republican and Democratic administrations infuse the economy with trillions of dollars, which contributes to the inflation, yes.
I don't believe any Republicans voted for the Inflation Reduction Act. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Well, I do. $1.2 trillion, Green New Deal. No Republicans voted for it. You want to amend your answer?
I'll amend my answer that under President Trump and under President Biden, trillions of dollars were infused into the economy
under Trump,
and contributed
went
to
up 5%
inflation.
over 4 years, and under Biden, they went up 30% over 3 years. Which is better?
Say again, under Trump, please?
Under Trump, electricity prices went up 5%. Under Biden, they went up 30% over 3 years. Which is better?
Clearly, lower rise in electricity prices better.
All right.
However,
Dr. Suprin, let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
You're here at the request of my Democratic colleagues?
No, sir.
No, Dr. Suprin.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Dr. Suprin, on December 14, 2023, you tweeted in support of climate defiance. That's an entity that the Brookings Institute has called a radical climate change group. Is that correct?
I don't recall, I'm afraid.
Okay. Would this be the same climate defiance that I'm looking at your tweet, you tweeted in support of them. Would this be the same climate defiance that called Senator Joe Biden, quote, a sick fuck?
I don't know, but as I
Would this
mentioned
be the same climate defiance that called Senator Lisa Murkowski a murderer?
I do not know. As I said in my statement...
Would this be the same climate defiance who told the CEO of Exxon to, quote...
Welcome back to Jace Manhwa. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss when we expose the truth the mainstream media tries to bury. I just watched Senator John Kennedy absolutely dismantle two so-called experts in a Senate hearing, and folks, it was a masterclass in exposing the insanity of Biden's economic and energy policies. Kennedy did what so few in Washington are willing to do: cut through the jargon, the excuses, and demand simple answers. He asked a basic question: has inflation skyrocketed under Joe Biden? The answer is yes. Everyone knows it. And yet these so-called experts danced around it like their careers depended on it, because they probably do. Kennedy laid out the facts. Electricity prices are up nearly 30% since Biden took office, and rising 13 times faster than before. Americans are literally being forced to choose between paying their power bills or putting food on the table. And while our people are struggling, the Biden administration keeps pushing their so-called green agenda that's draining our wallets and crippling our energy independence. When Kennedy pressed Dr. Cohen on whether Biden's policies helped drive inflation, Cohen admitted what we all know: Washington pumped trillions into the economy under Biden. But here's the thing. Under Trump, electricity prices rose just 5% in 4 years. Under Biden, 30% in 3 years. That's not an accident. That's the cost of radical leftist policies. And then it got even more revealing. Kennedy questioned Dr. Supran about his support for climate defiance, a group even the Brookings Institute labeled radical. This group has called American politicians disgusting names and openly bragged about targeting fossil fuel CEOs. And Supran's defense? Those weren't my tweets, just retweets, as if retweeting hate-filled anti-American propaganda somehow makes it better. This is what we're up against. Activists disguised as scientists, pushing extremist climate ideology while hard-working Americans foot the bill. Kennedy was right to call it what it is: propaganda. Folks, this is exactly why we need more leaders like Kennedy who aren't afraid to speak truth to these radical bureaucrats. Because if we stay silent, they'll keep crushing our economy, our energy independence, and our freedom. If you're tired of seeing America weakened from within, stand with us. Like this video, subscribe to Manhwa.